Hello, welcome everyone. Today we're taking a look at the page-locked emergency logger.exe part of the coprogames.com/matpadindex website. This is a challenge designed to test a few skills around the web, and as you can see, someone has already completed it by reaching the end. Technically, yeah, whatever. First of all, the very first hint we get. Did I just see what I... Oh yeah, okay, whatever. The very first hint we get is this one, where it says B-A-A-A-A, which, oh my freaking god, which basically translates to 101000. This adds this little bit of information, which is the game has started, but can you get further? Can you use the login for something else? First thing we have to do is to inspect the elements of this site. First of all, you can see that this has the main div, what the fuck you're gonna call it, I don't give a heck, but this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. This one is suspicious, mostly because of its class end question mark and the ID of AnzoDK. It also has this one, which has the ID of neb and let nothing fool you. Well, first of all, if you can guess it from here, then you're a legend, but there is a hint built in for this. If you press the I'm fucked help button, it will come to this. Well, I thought you were smarter. Oh, well, this is not an easy challenge. Let me give you a hint. You have to search far and wide. And the fuck does AnzoDK mean? Is it an account on some super known community? This, of course, represents the Steam community, which is one of the largest communities out there. So what we're gonna do is take this and put it into the Google, and if we're lucky, oh god, no, this one, we should be able to find it. There we go. In here we're greeted with neb is the only neb is the only neb is the only neb, and so on. The actual interesting part of this is it's fun, right? Have you found it all, or is this something here you need? And then it says neb neb. Copy that. If we go back, go away. If we go back to the site and plug that in, nothing will happen because it's not a valid password. The only way to use the neb neb information for anything is by going for text to binary translation. There we put in neb neb, press convert, and copy this. Then we go back to this page. Boom. A picture of an eye will now appear. It then comes with let nothing fool you, as it just keeps being there for some reason. Look into the eye. How is it made? Can you see what is hidden inside? This is rather cryptic, and actually does mean to look at the inside of the image source code. If you right click and press inspect elements, we can go for the ID that in code it hides. That means that we can press this one for further help, which tells us that another hint you say, can you open an image with something else than a photo editor? Going back and injecting our neb neb into the login to get the image back, right click, and we can then take save as, and we're just going for the pictures. Then you go open it. Where the fuck? There, right click it. Press the open with note block or notepad. Then scroll down to the very, very bottom of this document. Then you will see this. AnzoDK 23 neb 1 UE AA BB AA. Copy that. Open a new note block or whatever you have. That's not the program I was looking for. That was Notepad++. Open the notepad and plug it in so you remember it for later, as most clues will go away after a little while, or if you type anything new into the search bar. Alright, so now we have this. The heck is that gonna do you? First of all, there is two ways to go on from here. The first of them leads us into kind of dead end, and to see that we need to take the AABBAA, which says 110011. This will then lead us to this side. One sec. No, it's AA, so it's 001100. I'm sorry. There we go. It takes us to this fantastic thing that adds some cryptic text to the background. In order to analyze it, there are two things you can do. One, you could try to read it, which is going to be impossible, or you can find the hidden picture file. Then now open the note block, put it aside, don't delete whatever's in it, you may need it later, and then type 41 6E 7A 6F 42 61 73 73 4C 6F 61 64 65 72 20 2D 20 59 and 54. We're gonna need this. Then go into a hexadecimal to text converter. Plug those awesome numbers in, and you get AnzoBassLoader YT. Copy that. We're gonna need that for later. Now we're going for YouTube because that's funny. Then type AnzoBassLoader into the search bar. This should make this channel appear. Click it. Then go for the About section. This doesn't look right. Let's copy it. I cannot hit. There we go. Then go for a base64 to text converter. Or to ASIC, if you're very happy about that. Decode. We then get a bunch of zeros and ones. That's binary. Let's go for binary to text converter. Now we get coprogames.com/madpad/endgame. Running this command will actually not do this. The only reason it does this is because I opened the gate earlier for testing. Well, that is one way to show off a late part of the game, but it sure is. Let's see if we can, pressing this button, the clear cookies and site data, and press OK. Here we go. As you can see, when the game is ending, this page will be important. Maybe. This is a page you'll need to know later in the game. If you don't know this page, you're not going to get anywhere, because this is the only place where this is going to be mentioned. If you go the other route from here, it says AnzoDK23NEP1UE. This means that we have to go back to the front page of this website, type in the 10100000. This will unlock this piece of text. This piece of text have the ID of AnzoDK. That means that we have to open that, take the letter number 23, which is a C, there we go, and then plug that in. That means C. And then we go for the one tagged NEP, found, where exactly? There. The first one is an L, giving us an L. Now we have CLUE, saying clue. Let's type that in. Typing that in will give us some red text. The red text is to indicate that this is actually the part that we need to focus on. Now the easy part is over. The next clue needs to be found somewhere else. Here's what you need to solve. All the veterans were driving towards their doom. They all prepared for the possible end of their lives. They were preparing for a gruesome fate. It was a hell on earth, a hell I tell ya. As they fell to their graves, they only heard the sound of whatever this needs to be pronounced like, and then it was over. Well, first of all, this is base 64, but to be honest, this is not the final code. To solve this, we need to focus on all the things that looks completely stupid. The first one is a V, a capital V. The next one is a capital G. The next one is a small h and a small l. Then the rest of the code comes in. Let's copy that. Copying this code gives us a base64 code that can be decoded by another base64 decoder. This will give us the result of the end is near.php. Let's copy that. Go back to the main page again. We need to now remove the index.php and replace it with the end is near.php. This unlocks this side. The gate is closed. It will open at some point, but do you know when? Reaching this page is more or less a death sentence, because this means that the gate is closed. The gate is only open between 10 in the morning and 3. It's 10 a.m. and... no, wait. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. when is the time the gate is open. Alright, so how do we get further? Well, right now we have to wait. I could just technically fix it, and that is probably what I'm gonna do. So let's fix that with a little control panel. In 1 sec, it should be open. To open it, we basically, normally we just need to wait. But, as it often is, it's a little hard to show something after the work hours is over. I have no idea what I just said there. Actually, it's between 10 and 2, which is kind of interesting. Let's just open it from 7 to 23. Updating this on the server will allow us to go into. It should allow us to go into. Alright. It only takes the time based on hours, so we should be able to get in somehow. Well, technically, we could also just, for a little while, erase the commands necessarily to keep us away. This also means, of course, erasing the text meant to be a placeholder in case something fails. So that's not gonna be that nice. Good. Now we update the file. And we reload the page. And there was an error on line 18 because of an open... oh my god. These things always happens. There we go. That should fix it. Now we get to this. The gate is now open. Hurry through it because it usually is a timed event. Going through the gate will give us this page called theendindex.php. This says only a few has come this far. This is the end. This is the end game. But how do you win? This side is the last key, so it's gonna be hard. Look at everything. The first thing we see is a lot of weird IDs, and what the fuck is an int tag? The first way to figure this one out is to put up our node block again, make a new section, and type the numbers, of course. 56, 2D, 45, 37, 77, 6C, 78, 53, 4E, 68, 45. Again, this is without a doubt hexadecimal, and there is an easy way to decode those. Now we get this. This is the most cryptic part of the whole puzzle, and maybe one of the hardest parts. This is actually a YouTube watch ID, meaning that the only way to see anything is to open a new tab, saying youtube.com/watch $v equal to, and then pasting whatever code we have in here in there. Not like that, no. That should take us to a video, 11 seconds long. The video is in poor quality and it was more or less an accident, so you can't see shit. It then gives you a lot of random strings and numbers and some text in the background you cannot see. The first image was corrupted, doing something so it doesn't matter, and therefore this image is here to replace it. Not downloading this image. Holding control and scrolling with the mouse wheel will zoom in on the image. as you can see, it says EW9KAGCGY or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. This is more or less a hint towards a new challenge that may appear in the future. The only problem with it is that it's not yet a part of anything. It was meant to be something more and accidentally ended up in the video. So for now, this is whatever is important. This looks familiar, right? It is of course still base 64 and god damn it. This should give us the fantastic text of 47, 61, 60, 65, 47, 6E, 64, 65, 72, OD, OA. Copy this back into the hexadecimal. Oh wait, this is binary. Hexadecimal. Game ender. This is where the game ends. In order to end the game, we need to go back to the front page, meaning the original index file, adding the game ender to the login screen. Pressing this button will open a new page where it says this is where the game ending page will be. Wait, when the game is ending, this page will be important, maybe. The issue here is that it needs to reload, and that is a thing I have to fix in the future. But for now, just reload the page whenever you visit it. Press the Go Through button. You are now on the last page. Here you can submit yourself into the database of the server. You will appear on the front page as a winner. This is how you solve the CoPro Games MatPat Index Emergency Logger.exe challenge. I hope to make better challenges in the future, so all feedback is of course welcome. Thank you.